What's up, guys? Private Eye Russ here. Private Eye Russ YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. You could have done anything else. You chose to be here, so I'm going to reward you for your wisdom and your patience. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing. All the links to all the social media will be linked in the descriptions below. If you have not followed me already on X, I've put out a whole bunch of stories, and there's a whole bunch of really good stories up to coming up, on X. Just look me up at Private Eye Russ on X, and you will find me there. I will soon start posting short form videos on Instagram. So anyway, let's get straight into it. This one is going to be called Deletion by Simp. All right, so deletion by simp, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And we're going to discuss this, but I'm going to read this first from Fox News, Associated Press. So this article is from June 6, 2019. Okay. Florida man hit by stranger during argument with wife dies. A man has died after being punched in the face by a stranger who intervened in an argument he was having with his wife at a Central Florida restaurant. Orlando television station WKMG reports the wife of Srikanth Srinkavasan said he was, I hope I got that right, said he was declared clinically brain dead Tuesday and taken off life support a day later. Barbara, his wife, says, or his widow now, says she and her husband were arguing at the restaurant Tuesday night when Benjamin Hernandez confronted him about how he was talking to her. She said Hernandez then punched him in the face, causing him to fall and hit his head on the floor. She never asked him to get involved, and the Orange County Sheriff's Office arrested him. He tried to walk away, but people stopped him. And he was quoted as saying that he came up from he grew up in an abusive home and he didn't want to see this guy hit his wife. All right, so that's why I say deletion by simp. So on the surface, it seems like nothing, just a random thing, but it's not a random thing. Do I think this man should have just minded his business? Number one, there was no physical activity. The woman says in the article says she didn't feel threatened. She didn't ask anybody to intervene, or did she? Okay, so there's a certain way women have of doing the dog whistle when they're trying to shoot up the signal flare for the simp enforcers to come help them out. So they'll start raising their voice. Why are you being mean to me? Why are you being angry to me? And they want to attract attention of some simp enforcer within earshot who's going to come to their rescue and do the whole Mighty Mouse, here I come to save the day thing. So Benjamin Hernandez only wound up getting a year in Orange County Jail Hillsborough County Jail for what he did, and which I think is a travesty. He cost a man his life. He must have had one hell of an attorney. So how do you avoid this sort of thing? And is this very common? Yeah, we've seen it on social media a bunch of times before. Something will happen and a guy will start confronting a girl, and she'll, instead of standing in the pocket and accepting her verbal whatever that go back and forth, she'll call for help. Oh, why are you being so angry? Or yell out loud, and then some moron who doesn't know the story but says, he's been taught and raised all his life that we're supposed to just protect and sacrifice ourselves to women. That needs to stop. Every woman out there who is in distress does not need your protection. Some of them are in distress because of their own behavior and their own activity, and the only way they're going to learn and change that behavior and activity is if they suffer the consequences. If a guy's just yelling at a woman, let him yell at her. Who cares? All right, so what do you do to prevent this from happening to you and you don't wind up getting deleted by simp? Okay, let's look at it from this standpoint. Number one, you should not be losing your cool and yelling and screaming at your significant other, your girlfriend, your date, your wife, whatever it might be, in public. Whether she's getting angry or not, no matter what she's done, here's the best thing you can do, the best piece of advice I can give any guy, whether you're married, dating, living long-term, whatever it might be, cohabitation. Walk away. Just walk away. Don't worry about, them saying, oh, you're just going to walk away? Yes, I'm just going to walk away. Goodbye. Don't even say that. All right, just get up, take your stuff, pay your part of the bill, and just get out, man. Just get out. And if you're not living with this person or married with them, don't talk to them again. Don't deal with them anymore. Leave them alone. They're already putting you in a compromising position, a potentially compromising position, because there are guys out there like Benjamin Hernandez, and Benjamin Hernandez is a chump. He's a sucker. And I I stand by that 100%. He shouldn't have went and interceded. He shouldn't have punched this man. From what other news articles I read stated, he sucker punched the guy. So he said something to him. The guy started talking to his wife again. The guy sucker punches him. He falls, hits the back of his head, and now he's gone. Now this woman is without a husband, and this guy only did a year in jail, which I find an egregious miscarriage of justice, but whatever. So, number one, don't be out with women who are going to cause you distress. Number two, emotional control will keep you out of a lot of these things. And if somebody gets up and tries to challenge you about some woman, like, none of us should be fighting over women. There are more women in this country than there are men. The JJ is not a scarce commodity. This is the easiest time there has ever been to get vajayjay since World War II, when there was a shortage of men because so many men died during that war. Don't fight over, man, you guys shouldn't be fighting over women, man. I mean, look, if you got a girlfriend who's putting you in position to fight with other guys, or a wife who's putting you in position to fight with other guys, she's got to go, man. She got to go. You have to get rid of her. Guys need to start adjusting the way we approach and deal with women. The only women who get my protection are women that I have vetted. They get my protection because I know they're not going to put me in a position, that are going to put themselves in a position. So if they're in need of protection, it's going to be a legitimate cause. And for the most part, I'm going to tell them, look, just get out of there, walk away from the circumstances and situation, that sort of thing. I'm not fighting in bars over chicks. I don't go to clubs. I don't go to bars. I go to bars every now and then, but usually with my buddies. But stay out of these environments. Stay away from women who are going to cause problems like that. If they do try to cause a problem like that, remember, women want you to get emotional because that's when you are most vulnerable and weakest. That's how they weaken you. And if you choose to step in their arena, all right, their arena is not logic. Their arena, their strong suit is never going to be logic and reason. Their arena is going to be emotion. That's where they rule. That's where they live. That's where they conduct all their business. And if you are foolish enough to step in that arena, then you're going to wind up on the losing end, number one, because you're going to look like a sucker. You're going to look like a chump. You're going to look weak, and you're going to demean yourself by sinking to that emotional, all that anger and yelling and cursing and screaming, all the rest of that stuff. And that's how they put the hooks in you and start to dangle you like a puppet on a string. So stay away from chicks that put you in that position. Do I think she was completely innocent? I don't think she was complicit on purpose, but do I think the argument itself put this guy in a vulnerable position? I don't know what happened on that particular night. From things that I've seen, I would hesitate to say that the woman was completely innocent. In most cases, they are not. And that's not me bashing women. That's just me being honest and just giving you my perspective based on my own observations. No, I do not hate women. I've had people message me, people I know who should know better. Say, "Oh, I read some of your ex posts. You must hate. I didn't know you hated women." I literally got text messages like, "What are you talking about, man?" like it's ridiculous. So, men, stay out of that emotional plane. Stay out of that emotional arena. That's not what you're built for, man. There are a lot of guys out there that are just really emotional. They don't know how to control their emotions. Those are the most dangerous people on earth, are men who do not know how to control their emotions. They cannot be trusted. Okay. So anyway, it's your boy Russ. Again, all the links will be in the description below. Please like, subscribe, comment, share the video, follow me on X. The more the merrier. If you haven't followed me on X, you are missing out on some tremendous stories that I've put out there. They're all based on true stories, things that I've experienced myself. I change them to protect people's identity. I change them for content, and I'm trying to work on my writing style and improve. So again, comment, give me some constructive criticism, and this is your boy Russ. Again, everything will be linked in the description below. Bye.